I learned that racism is passed down generationally, so it's internalized, which makes sense. I was walking home. It was late at night, and this black guy walks towards me. And instinctively, I grab my purse, even though logically, I know he's not for sale.
That joke sounds relaxed because every pause is doing a job. The strange part is that Cristina Mariani still looks like she would rather be audited than watched. A new compilation of her Kill Tony appearances is moving quickly on YouTube, and the usual headline is that a beginner simply walked in and crushed. The footage tells a better story. Across episodes 517, 530, 551, 584, and 701, the nerves never disappear. What changes is her control over them. The pauses get cleaner, the premises get bolder, and the interview stops treating awkwardness as a medical emergency and starts treating it as her brand. This is nervousness working for her.
I'm not used to someone coming up here and doing stand-up comedy for a minute that we're actually shocked and appalled for your preparation and execution of what you wanted to talk about. This is unbelievable. I wish there was a joke book the size of this table I could give you as a prize, but you did it. You did jokes, you set them up, you gave a performance. Instead of just talking about how you felt, you just did the
At 4 months, the surprising part was not polish. It was structure, 3 premises, clear setups, clean turns, and no attempt to stretch one lucky laugh across a minute. That is why the panel sounds genuinely startled. The show often rewards personality after a shaky set, but Cristina arrived with actual jokes.
How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
Do I hold the mic?
Whatever you want.
4 months.
4 months, wow, very interesting. All of it here in Austin, Texas. Very cool, incredible. What made you want to start this?
I'm really awkward and bad at public speaking, so...
That's great. You wear it well on stage. You play, it comes across very natural.
Wait, hold your hand out for a second. I want to see how much you're shaking.
Yeah, it's pretty
incredible. Wait, hold them out. Let me see.
Wow.
Oh my God, like a leaf.
It is. It is. You already have the star power of Michael J. Fox.
This is the first key distinction. The shaking is real. The performance is still organized. Her soft voice and delayed answers create tension, but the written material releases it on schedule. The room is laughing with the contrast, not waiting for someone to rescue her. Tony books her on The Secret Show. The opportunity comes from preparation. The awkwardness merely makes the preparation memorable.
Okay, 6 months, maybe 7,
Yeah.
and in absolutely doing fantastic. All these sets, you have a very obviously awkward, shy style to you, which works well. You have the look of a young Howard Stern, which is
Yeah, I get that. It's a good vibe.
By episode 530, the panel can describe the act in one sentence. A comic voice becomes useful when an audience can recognize it before the punchline without already knowing the joke. Christina's delivery creates an expectation. The sentence will arrive carefully, and then the thought will be much darker than the person delivering it. The danger is obvious. If every beat is only quiet woman says shocking thing, the surprise expires. Her next appearances test whether there is an engine underneath the contrast.
I haven't had sex in a while, but I've had a lot of really good food, which is almost the same because both activities make me moan, and afterwards I go vomit. It got pretty awkward the other night because I brought home a really good burger, and the next day my housemate asked if I had an overnight guest, and I felt too awkward telling her I was making sex noises to fast food. So I was like, maybe? And she's like, no, come on, who's the guy? And I was like, well, actually, it was 5 guys.
Here, the engine is escalation. Food replaces sex, the roommate misreads the sound, and the final answer converts 5 fast food orders into 5 men. The persona does not carry the joke. It slows the audience just enough that every turn lands separately. A long pause only works when the punchline earns it.
I was really nervous, so I had a few drinks, and then I drove here. And I don't know why they say your reaction times are slower when you drive drunk, because I hit those kids just fine.
In episode 584, she says she was nervous, then immediately makes nervousness the setup instead of apologizing for it. The subject is now part of the act's vocabulary.
Go ahead, finish it.
No, this is Patrick.
Very good. Thank God. Huge payoff in the end. It's good.
The minute is not flawless, the panel has to prompt the final line. But the construction is more ambitious, using a familiar reference as a delayed button after a full story.
Cristina Mariani, welcome back to the show. You've been on a few times. You were discovered by Red Band here, and you've been doing a lot of spots on literally almost every single one of the Thursday shows. Red Band books you and puts you on in the middle of the lineup right before him, and then follows you with some creepy joke that never works. What is it again?
A year and a half in, Brian, known as Red Band, is booking her regularly, and Tony describes her as a discovery rather than a novelty. That is the less glamorous middle of the story. Local spots, new minutes, and interviews where the same nerves keep showing up. Viral packaging compresses that work into a reveal. The archive restores the sequence.
And instinctively, I grab my purse, even though logically, I know he's not for sale. He did steal my wallet, though.
The episode 701 minute is the clearest version of the formula. The premise is riskier, the misdirection is readable, and the wallet tag adds a second turn instead of leaving on the first reaction. She reaches exactly 1 minute, which Tony calls out immediately.
Exactly a minute. Unbelievable material from Cristina Mariani. That is fantastic. That is an unbelievably great joke. How you doing? You still as awkward as ever. Still just like the day you started over there. Never ends.
Notice what has and has not changed. The panel still calls her awkward. Cristina still looks uncomfortable with the microphone, but the set itself is timed, layered, and decisive. The external manner stayed recognizable while the internal mechanics improved.
You're a shy, nervous...
I'm not that nervous. I mean, right now I am, but I feel like I've gotten cooler.
Okay. Can you tell us about some of that? What are some of the things that you used to do that were uncool and now you have control over them?
Well, you tell me, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you seem like you're blending in well. You're not
you.
sweating like a Sri Lankan right now, I can tell you that. We had that happen
Yeah,
earlier.
I am,
It was something else.
No, I'm starting to headline, so I'm
Yeah.
working on my headlining sets. I had a New Year's show. I'm headlining Black Rabbit on the 19th.
Nice.
Yeah. And then Vegas on the 21st, so I'm excited.
3 years after the debut, she is talking about headlining dates, not merely surviving 1 minute. That does not prove every set works, and view counts cannot measure artistic growth by themselves. What the footage does prove is a sequence. Written structure earned the first booking, repetition made the persona legible, and stronger buttons let the same persona support bigger rooms.
I'm starting to headline, so I'm
Yeah.
working on my headlining sets. I had a New Year's show. I'm headlining Black Rabbit on the 19th.
Nice.
Yeah. And then Vegas on the 21st, so I'm excited. Yeah.
Cristina Mariani did not conquer her nerves on Kill Tony. She learned to budget them. The hesitation became timing, the discomfort became contrast, and the quiet delivery became a warning that the next sentence might be much darker than advertised. That is why the headline saying, "A beginner crushed" is both true and incomplete. The beginner already had jokes. The comedian emerged by learning which parts of the nervous beginner were worth keeping. If you like source-led comedy stories that show the work between the viral moments, subscribe to Punchline Vault. The overnight success is usually hiding a calendar.